So this is a Swift Conqueror 570, just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker you've got two gas bottle tie downs just here, and your gas regulator on the bulkhead. We do have the gas pipe work available here on site should you need some. In the front locker you'll see you've got another water pump in here. I'll explain what that's for in a moment. And you've got your leg winder also. Coming to the side of the van at the front, you've got your Aldi heating and hot water flue, which is there to essentially let the heating system breathe. And down the bottom, you've got your leg winder to wind down the legs and stabilise the caravan while it's on site. Then you'll notice we have two water pump connections. Now you notice I've got the bottom one connected at the moment, and in the front locker you had another pump. So essentially, what you've got is the bottom pump here is for the direct taps, so via your hot water tank, and the top connection here is for when you are filling the onboard water tank. So essentially, if you want to fill directly to the taps through the hot water tank, you'll connect to the bottom pump here, and then if you want to fill the onboard water storage tank, you'll connect the pump to the top here. When we go inside the caravan, I'll show you how to fill this. In the side of the caravan, you've got your battery locker. It's not open at the moment. You've got your battery locker with your mains power lead going in, and you'll also have your motor mover power switch inside that locker. On the side of the caravan, you've got your two fridge vents. Very simple idea here. Essentially, they are there to allow the fridge system to breathe while the fridge is in use. Behind one of these, you'll also find a gas flue, and it will let out hot air and take in some cool air. You then have your wheels and motor mover. The motor mover will demonstrate while you're here on site, so you can see it is working correctly, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts before you leave site, so you can see the wheel nuts have been tightened to the manufacturer's setting. Coming down the side of the caravan, you've got your grey waste pipes. So the fresh water goes in the front of the caravan, and then down the side here, your two grey pipes will allow the wastewater to come out from the sink and the shower and the sinks on board the van. Coming to the back of the van, you've got your toilet flush tank. You'll open up the top flap here, and this inside here, it will take 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. In the bottom here, you've got your toilet waste tap, which you pull out by pulling up the handle at the bottom. The neck here turns out 90 degrees to tip the waste away. The grey cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. On the back of the cassette, you've got an orange pressure relief button, so while you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. On the back of the caravan on either side, you've got your wind down legs again to stabilise the van while it's on site. Like I said, you'd never lift the caravan with these legs, it could potentially damage the floor of the caravan. Then coming down the side of the van, you have your underbed storage for underneath the French bed on the left-hand side rear of the caravan. Your wheel and motor mover again. 3-pin socket so you can have power out to your awning. Underbed storage for the front. And then you've got your barbecue gas point at the front also, and the last wind down leg. So as you can see, we're now on the inside of the caravan, and above the door you have your main control panel for the caravan. So you've got power on in the centre here. You've got indicator lights to let you know you're connected to mains power on site and that it's connected to the caravan. And then if you had the car connected to the caravan, it'll have an orange dot here and a green dot on the caravan to let you know you have power coming from the car to the caravan. Left hand side you have your leisure battery voltage. Right hand side you have the power that's coming from the car to the caravan. You then have your fresh water tank level, which is the onboard water storage tank, and then you have your water pump switch just here. Now to fill the water system, what we're going to do is we're going to come over to every tap on board the caravan. It doesn't matter whether you're filling the onboard water storage tank or via the hot water tank. You'll open all the taps up on the hot side, as you can see here. You'll see that I've already bled the system, so I'm just going to shut that tap back off. Then you're going to come underneath the seating on the front right hand side. And underneath here, you'll notice you've got a big water storage tank. However, in that front corner, you've got your hot water tank. Now, at the moment, the way I filled it is just via the hot water tank at the front, and I have not filled the onboard water storage tank. Now, in the caravan here, you'll notice you've got two yellow valves. Both of these yellow valves need to be parallel with the floor before you try filling the water system up. When you're done with the caravan, you need to make sure they're upright and all the water is drained back out of the van. You'll also notice in here that you've got a white valve just here. Now to fill from the external supply, which is the Acrol, directly to the hot water tank, you'll need to make sure this white valve is pointing to the right as it is now. If you wanted to fill the on-board water storage tank, you would need to have this valve pointing down. You'd still turn the pump on in the same way, but you put that valve in the down position. And then you turn on the water pump in the same way as you would to fill the hot water system. But what the difference will be is it'll fill this onboard water storage tank first, then the hot water tank. The tank underneath here takes about 40 litres of water, so you'd need to probably have two Acrols ready to go so you can fill the entire water system. When you want to drain the water system down, what you need to do is you need to have the white valve pointing to the right, and then you'll open both of these yellow valves up. And if you get stuck with this at all, there is a nice little reminder on the inside of the door that opens up to allow you to get to the water tanks. So like I said, once that valve shuts, you can then come over to your water pump switch, turn the water pump on, and the water system will start filling. Whether you are filling the onboard water storage tank or just straight to the hot water tank, the fresh water system will start bleeping at you to indicate there is currently no water in that system. That will cut out after a few seconds, as you'll notice in a moment. But once that water system is full, whether that be directly to the taps or the onboard water storage tank, the water pump can stay on. The next thing we're going to do is demonstrate the heating system. Now, the heating system in this caravan is very simple to use. So at the moment, as you can see, the heating is turned on. We're going to press Store Reset to go into the options. There we go. First of all, you can either turn the heating and hot water completely off, or you can turn it on. So you need to have the icon flashing that says either off or on. Obviously, if you want the heating and hot water on, you'd have it on the on setting. If we come across to the right again, you've got the room temperature for the caravan. So you've got minus or plus to set your room temperature on board the caravan. If we come across to the right again, we've got our tap symbol. The tap symbol is essentially your hot water on or off. So you've got hot water on and hot water off. If the hot water is turned on, it will turn down the heating and it will prioritise the water as the part it warms first, then it will turn the heating back on. If we come across to the right, the flame symbol here indicates whether we've got the gas turned on or off for the heating and hot water system. Now you can use the gas as a boost when you're on site, when you've got low amounts of electric available. So you can either have gas on or gas off. It will self-ignite on gas, and if it fails to ignite, it will come up with gas fail on this screen. We come across to the right again, and you've got the option of how much electric is coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. So you've either got 1 or 2 kilowatts in this particular caravan that you can use. If you're on a site with lower power, you'll have it set to the 1 kilowatt, and I'd advise you use like I said, the gas system to boost the hot water. Top right hand side of the screen here, you've got an indicator to let you know the heating pump is running on board the caravan. Next up, we're going to go to the fridge. The fridge is very simple to use. You've got power on the front here. Wait for the fridge to load up. As you can see, at the moment we are using mains power to chill the fridge. You can control the temperature of the fridge by pressing the button on the right hand side here. To change the power source, you can use the button on the left hand side. If it goes on to auto, what it's essentially going to do is it's going to pick up the first power supply that is available. So as you can see here, we're connected to mains power, we've got no gas bottle in the front, and we're not connected to a 12 volt source from a car. So essentially, the fridge is now working back on mains again. We'll press the button on the left hand side again. You've got your 12 volt mode for when you're towing down the road, so when you're connected to your car you can use the fridge as a cool box. The temperature control at that point is completely irrelevant. On the right hand side, it'll press the button again, it'll come up with the option to run gas. If the gas system fails to ignite, it will flash the blue light here and it'll bring up an error code 9 with a spanner symbol. If the blue light stays lit, then it means the gas system has ignited on the fridge. To control the temperature of the fridge on mains or gas, use the button on the right hand side here, and the higher these bars go, the colder the fridge will be. Microwave, hob, grill and oven are all very much the same as your household appliances, no difference at all there. You've got your igniter on the front as you'd expect to see. Coming through into the bathroom, and the last part of the caravan we're going to go through is the toilet system. Got a blue button here for the flush system. You've got a toilet full indicator light that illuminates red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, as you can see. When you are removing the toilet waste cassette from underneath the caravan though, you do need to make sure it is straight on with the back of the toilet. And then down below the toilet you have your grey waste flap, which you need to have open when you are using the loo and closed when you're finished using it. You have to make sure this is also closed when you try to remove the toilet waste cassette from underneath the caravan. If that is open, you could potentially damage the toilet waste cassette itself. So this is the Swift Conqueror at 570. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.